Tomorrow a penthouse that's way up high. Tonight the why not? It's NYC. NYC. Your standing room only. You crowd, you cramp, you're still the champ. Amen for NY.
Hey, keep it quiet down there!
Need seating.
Popcorn. What do you say to some popcorn? I haven't had popcorn since. Give in. Don't fight. Good girl. Good night. Sleep tight. In NYC.
Once again, we bring you the romance of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or older, romance in life need not be over.
Goodness, I hope not.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
What's the matter? Warbucks fed up with Annie already?
On the contrary, Miss Hannigan, this has to be signed and sent back to the Board of Orphans no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow.
What for?
Mr. Warbucks is so taken with Annie, he wants to adopt her.
Annie? The daughter of a millionaire?
The daughter of a billionaire.
Would you excuse me for a moment, please? Got any more wonderful news?
Merry Christmas, Miss Hannigan.
Oops, pardon me, dollface. Hiya, sis. Long time no see.
Rooster? They finally let out of prison? What were you in for this time?
Some old geezer said I swindled him out of $1,100.
And why did he say that?
Because the rooster here swindled him out of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine from
Jersey City.
I don't care. Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here.
Whoa. Who was that dollface I bumped into? Looked like she had a couple of dollars.
She works for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks?
Annie, one of the orphans from here, is getting adopted by him.
Crummy orphan?
Yeah, living in the lap of luxury while the two Hannigan kids get put on the skids. It ain't fair how we scrouch for $3 or $4.
Well, she gets Warbucks.
That little brat. It ain't fair, this here life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat.
Maybe she
holds the key, that little lady, to getting more bucks instead of less. Maybe we fix the game to something shady.
Where does that put us?
Give you one guess.
Yes! Easy Street! Easy Street!
Annie is a key. Sorry, yeah!
Easy Street! Easy Street! That's where we're gonna be. Yeah!
Yes, Mr. President. No, I am not asking for your help, but I'm telling you that you've got to do something. All right, we'll talk about it on
Friday.
Hey, listen, Mr. President. Why don't we bury the hatchet and you and Mrs. Roosevelt come here for supper, Christmas Eve? If you will. Wonderful. Goodbye, Mr. President. Grace, find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
The package from Tiffany's.
Arrived this morning.
Fine, I'm gonna give it to her and tell her I want to adopt her.
She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
Get her down here.
Hello, Mr. Warbucks.
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
You're sending me back to the orphanage, aren't you?
Of course not. Annie, I was born in a very poor family, and both of my parents died before I was 10. So, I made a promise to myself. One day, one way or another, I was going to be rich. Very rich.
Well, that was a good idea.
But I've lately realized something. No matter how much money you've got, if you have no one to share your life with, if you're alone, then you might as well be broke. I was at Tiffany's the other day, and I picked this up for you.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. Gee.
It's a silver locket, Annie. I noticed that old broken one you always wear, and I said to myself, I'm gonna get that kid a nice new locket. Here, we'll just take this old one off.
No! I don't want a new one.
Annie, what is it?
This locket. My mom and dad gave it to me when they left me at the orphanage. And a note, too. They're coming back for me. And I know I'm real lucky being with you for Christmas and all. But the one thing I want in all the world is to be with my mother and father again. And to be like other kids, with folks in my home.
It'll be all right. I'll find your parents for you.
It's okay, Annie. Mr. Warbucks will find your parents, even if he has to put everyone in the organization on the job. Even if he has to pull every political string there has to be pulled.
Up to and including the White House. Annie, give me your locket.
But Mr. Warbucks!
I understand, but it could be our best clue. We'll have the FBI trace it and find out who bought it.
Okay. I guess I should have my note too.
You know what? Just leave the locket. Annie, you may be meeting your mother and father within a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
Oh boy, I gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, everyone will know I'm looking for my parents. Because we're gonna go on the radio and tell them. Make sure to listen. So maybe now it's time. And maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby,
Thank you, Annie, and welcome to America's favorite radio program, The Oxen Hour of Smiles, starring your old softie, Bert Healy. And good evening, all of Warbucks. It's nice of you to drop by.
Oh, good evening, Bert Healy. It's nice to be here.
Oliver Warbucks, I understand that you have to tell the folks at home about our little Annie here.
Yes, Bert Healy. I am now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I am offering a certified check for $50,000 to any persons who can prove that they are her parents.
Wow!
So Annie's parents, if you're listening, write to Oliver Warbucks, care of the station. Thank you, Oliver Warbucks.
Thank you, Bert Healy.
Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that another of our Thursday night together has gone by faster than you can say oxen. Yes, this is your old softie, Mr. Bert Healy's boy, saying until next week, same time, same station, good night.
Gee, Annie on the radio? Coast to coast? She's famous.
I wish I was on the radio.
Me too.
Who wants to be on the demo radio?
I do. So that for all the hours of smiles and families, this is Bert Healy saying, hey, Hoberman, hey, Dapperdan, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be Beau Bromley, they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. So long for a while, remember you're never fully dressed. Though you may wear your best, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Smile, 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 Barney, smile.
What are you still doing awake?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard it. Next thing she'll be in the movies. Now get to bed. $50,000 reward. $50,000. What I couldn't do with $50,000.
Excuse us, ma'am. Are you the lady that runs this here orphanage?
Yeah.
Ma'am, was you working here 11 years ago?
Yes. We had terrible troubles back then, and we had to leave a baby on the front stoop.
Our little girl. Our Annie.
You're Annie's parents? I can't believe it. Where'd you say you come from again?
A little farm up in Canada, where they got lots of chickens, ducks, geese, and roosters. Gotcha, sis.
Rooster? I never would have known it was you in 100 years.
Food, yeah, Aggie, and we're gonna fool a war buck.